Yo, MotoGP fans, welcome back to another episode of MotoGP 25, my career mode, where we will head for the test session in Jerez after a thrilling race in Jerez. This is the rider standing. Marc Marquez leads, Bagnaia in second place, and Alex Marquez in third, and Jorge Martin in fourth. So the factory Ducati and the factory Aprilia are dominating. We are in P6 currently. The best Yamaha on the field. Yamaha not doing so well, with Alex Rins on the 12th position in the Riders' Championship. We will head for the test session in Jerez, and afterwards we will head for Barcelona with only 7 more rounds to go. Remember, it's a short calendar season, so not much rounds to go. And first off, we have the test. See you back at the test results. So, we opted for this setup to develop for the upcoming races. More controlled fuel delivery and engine power, more balanced package compared to the under package they gave us. So we decided to go for a more balanced one, as we will head for round 5, which is the Grand Prix of Catalonia in Barcelona, Spain. Second time that we are in Spain. The first one was in Jerez, which we already did, and now we will head for Catalonia. We have a rainy practice session, so we will turn that one off, and hopefully we can set a good lap in Q1 to set us through to Q2. It will be a tough one, but look at the weather forecast. Cloudy qualifying 1, cloudy Q2, cloudy sprint, but fine weather race. So let's see what we can do, and hopefully we can do a great job here. See you back at the qualifying results. There you have it. Results of Q2 with Bagnaia starting from pole with a 1:38.7. Then we have Marc Marquez, Alex Marquez complementing the first row. We will start from the second row in 5th position behind Jorge Martin and in front of Pedro Acosta. So did another stunning job by finishing so high in Q2. Without further ado, let's head out for the sprint race. Welcome to Circuit de Barcelona, where we have an outside temperature of 26 degrees Celsius. The track temperature is 41 degrees Celsius on this beautiful track here in Barcelona, Spain, for the second time. In a couple of seconds we will start the sprint race, where Bagnaia starts from pole with his teammate Marc Marquez right behind him, and his brother Alex Marquez finishing the first row. Will Bagnaia keep Marc Marquez behind him? That's the big question. Marc Marquez leading the Riders' Championship, where we will start from P5 in the second row. In a couple of seconds the lights will go out and we will start the sprint race. Who will prevail?
Ready to start from pole position. A few more moments and the Grand Prix will begin.
So we have 10 red lights, we rev the engine up, and we are ready for the sprint race here in Barcelona. And we are off. We have a terrible start. Lost a few positions, 4 positions in P9, as well as we head for the first turn, hardest braking point of the track. Keeping it easy here in the first couple of corners. Don't want to make any error or contact with other drivers. Will force us to our first warning. That was close with Alex Rins. And look who's right behind, in front of us. It's Quartararo, while Dija makes a beautiful move on us. Oh, Quartararo going slow, and we can overtake Di Gianantonio for P10. To find my rhythm here. It's always struggling the first lap, and there goes Di Gianantonio again. But Quartararo doing great in P9, but it's only the first lap, so don't expect much of the Yamahas. But it will be a great job if he can keep up to P9, maybe finish even higher while we go wide and have our first track limit warning of the sprint. Luckily no warning for contact with others. That's one of my objectives, to keep it clean as we go wide into turn 1, losing all momentum. Rins is right behind us, so we as the Yamaha riders doing a decent job here for now. But only one in the points. Remember, it's a sprint, only the top 9 will receive points. But it's hopeful that Rins is right behind me in P12. So completing lap 2, heading for lap 3, the penultimate lap. As we head down for the straight again, hardest braking point of the track. We make up a lot of time to Fabio Di Gianantonio, who's right behind the other Fabio. In the front, it's Jorge Martin who's leading over Bagnaia. So Bagnaia lost the position, Marc Marquez as well on P3. But it's all still close together. No really big gaps. We are 3.5 seconds off of the leader. My tire degradation seems to be much less than the previous races. Oh, Dija going wide. That's a track limit warning for him. As we close down the penultimate lap and we start our final lap. Look at the pace of the others, they're disappearing on the horizon. I think we had a bad exit. That was a big slide with the rear tire. But the tires, the soft tires are holding it together, luckily. Ooh, going wide again. Have to be careful not being overtaken by Rins. And to hang on P11. Di Gianantonio is putting pressure on Quartararo for the last point of the sprint. Jorge Martin still leading. Will he keep those two Ducatis at bay while Rins have a look but decide to back down a bit? Not a big wobble. Going wide again. And it messes up our corner entry for the final turn, but it's enough. We will finish in P11. So Jorge Martin wins the race. Bagnaia finished in second place. Marc Marquez finished in third. And Fabio Quartararo, P9. So his first point here in the Riders' Championship for him. We finish in P11, no points for us, as only the top 9 will receive points during the sprint race in Barcelona. Alex Rins, P12, whereas Oliveira, P16. So that's decent. We seem to be a bit stronger than we were in the previous races. So maybe the upgrades helped us. Marc Marquez still in the lead of the Riders' Championship. Mayaya still in second place and Alex Marquez still in third. Aldeguer went over Di Gianantonio. And we are still stuck in sixth place on the Riders' Championship. Let's head out for the race. We have 10 red lights again, ready for the Grand Prix, and we are on the way. 8 laps of the Barcelona Grand Prix has started, and we have a terrible start like always. And we drop down to P9 behind the Aldeguer as we head for turn 1. Will we take the risk and send it? Yes, we will, and we make it stick. It's a brilliant move, and we're back in P5 behind Alex Marquez. Jorge Martin has moved up a place, overtook Marc Marquez, demoted him back to P3. But it was a brilliant move in the first turn. We're really confident here. The weather is nice. The track is sticky. So we have enough grip. Oh, that was close with Alex Marquez. We make contact and we make a brilliant move on him. So P4 for us. Going down the inside of Alex Marquez. So like I said, we're really confident here. And we make it show to the others. As we overtook Alex Marquez in a brilliant move on a piece of track there isn't really space for an overtake. The most overtakes are done in turn 1. As we close down the first lap. Have to keep an eye out for Alex Marquez as we go wide and we mess up our corner exit. That gives him the opportunity to overtake us, and he does. He doesn't hesitate. And Acosta is there as well. As we brake again for turn 1. Hard braking around the outside of Alex Marquez. Now we have the inside line. Can we make a step? No. He takes a defensive line. Have to take it easy. Don't want us to crash. Now we have the inside of turn 4 and we outbrake him. Back in P4. Great move. Ooh, almost missed the gear there. Acosta also overtook Alex Marquez. So he took advantage of our battle and demoted him to P6. Ooh, that was close. Almost lost it. But Acosta is there. Need to find my race pace as he's lurking behind us. Oh, there he comes. He took a look, but back down of it. So P4 it is in lap 3, or starting lap 3. Now we have some free air and we need to increase the gap with Acosta and close the gap with Marc Marquez. Can we do that? That will be a challenge for this race. We're lap 5, and we close the gap. We increase the gap with Acosta to 2 seconds, and we close it down to Marc Marquez in 5 tenths to 5 tenths. Bagnaia still leading, Jorge Martin right behind him. So this season is a battle between the Aprilias and the Ducatis, with Jorge Martin the top man of the Aprilia, and Bagnaia and Marc Marquez looking very strong this season. They are the teams to beat. And it's really surprisingly that we can hold on to the leading group. And sometimes our pace even seems to be greater than the others. But have to keep an eye out for my tires. It's still 2.5 more laps to go. We're getting closer. Marc Marquez knows it, he's looking behind him. And he's surprised that Prima Pramac is holding on to them. Oh. Small little error. Lost some time to the others. Oh, Bagnaia going slow. Does he have a problem? He's battling with Marc Marquez as of now. Marc Marquez overtook him, and we make a move on Bagnaia. It's a brilliant move. Went for the launch. He left some room, and we didn't hesitate. We took it. And now we are on the podium, if it stays like this, with only this lap and the final lap to go. So 2 more laps. Can we hold on? We need to keep Bagnaia behind us. And will we take the risk to try to go for overtake on Marc? It's risky. But look at our race pace. Some parts we are stronger than Marquez. Can we keep the nerves? Oh, that's a track limit warning. Our second, I will take that. Oh, going wide. Same mistake we made in the final lap of the sprint. We had a bad exit and a bad entry, and we lost a lot of time to Marc Marquez. And Bagnaia is still behind, 1/10 of a second. So we need to take the defensive line as we are in the final lap. Ooh. The nerves are playing a role here. Almost messed it up. Ooh, big wobble again. Someone crashed. It's Alex Marquez. He crashed. All 22 riders are still in the race, so that's great. That's another warning. I'm feeling the pressure of Bagnaia. We have some breathing space with 5/10s, and Marquez making a move on Jorge Martin. Jorge Martin tries to counter his attack. Going down the inside of him, but Marquez closes that door. But the two in front are battling each other. But it's too late for us, it's too late for Jorge Martin. But we are in front of Bayaya. We take third place, our first podium of this season.
The race weekend comes to a close with the end of the MotoGP race. Let's have a look at the race results, and then we'll see you in a moment for the podium ceremony.
So Marc Marquez with a brilliant overtake in the final lap on Jorge Martin to take the race win of this Grand Prix. We finished on third, so we compliment the podium. Bagnaia on P4, Acosta P5, Marini P6, Gianantonio P7, Morbidelli on 8th place, Odegaard 9, Marquez in 10th. He crashed out of, I think he was on the 4th place and crashed, or 5th place he was. Alex Rins on P15, so scoring a point for us. But Fabian Quartararo all the way in the back with a penalty he had. Didn't know if he had a long lap penalty or a time penalty, but he dropped all the way back to P22. So Jorge Martin going to the third place in the Riders' Championship. Marc Marquez still leading, and he is increasing his lead over Bagnaia by 40 points. But yeah, the Ducatis, very strong, the team to beat. Aprilia, the only contender for them, for the Riders and the Teams Championship.
Where the third place rider has just joined the others. Perhaps the aim was a victory, but with opponents like that, there really was little that could be done today.
It was a very great race. I really like the track of Barcelona. It's always full of action, full of overtakes, full of drama. And we did a great job here by finishing on the podium on a Prima Pramac Yamaha. Who would guess that?
Despite the fact there is no other rider on the grid who's won as much as him, this guy's thirst for victory never seems to subside. Marquez back on the top step of the podium. Another great race, Mark.
Yes, another great race it was indeed. Marc winning the race, winning the Barcelona Grand Prix in his second home Grand Prix. No extra points for our podium. That's a bit odd. Okay, that was the Barcelona Grand Prix, and we almost forgot we had the objective to finish in front of Zarco in the standings, and by the looks of it, it won't be any problem, as we just finished on the podium in the main Grand Prix. Our focus points has changed. I was really satisfied with the tire degradation and the anti-wheeling system, so I think we need to focus more on something else, and I think it will be something like the engine. The frame is okay-ish, but I think the engine needs some work. Needs some more raw power. So, yes, engine is the thing we'll be focusing on for the upcoming rounds. With the first upcoming is the Dutch Grand Prix, my home Grand Prix in Essen, and I really like that track. It's my favorite of the game, and in the previous titles I always managed to score high, mostly win, but that will be a big challenge for us with the Prima Pramac. We will see how it goes, but that will be for the next episode. It will be a dry weekend, so only some rain on the practice session, but later on the practice session it will be dry. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't done so, and see you back for the Dutch Grand Prix. See ya.